All right, wrestling fans, here we are back again with little Barnesville wrestling tonight. We got the Barnesville Trojans versus the DGF Rebels. We're kicking it off here with some JV matches.
The first match is Gavin Gromish for Barnesville and Thomas Tureen, I believe, for DGF.
So first wrestling tonight for the junior varsity freshman Gavin Gromish for the Barnesville Trojans. Trying to see who we got here for the DGF Rebels. I did not quite catch his name, but we got first match of the JV tonight. Periods for JV are generally 1 minute 30 seconds, where the varsity matches will be full 2-minute periods. There are some exceptions for varsity matches, and that would be anytime they go into overtime or sudden victory. Those clocks are then set in accordance with for 1 minute for the first one, 30 seconds for the sudden victory. Looks like we've got about 22 seconds left to go here in the first period for Barnesville and DGF, still scoreless. I'm sure most of y'all know this, but the Barnesville Trojans in the white and purple singlets, DGF in the white, black, and silver singlets. Scoreless. Into the second period we go. Resetting the clock for another 1 minute 30 seconds. Barnesville chooses down for the start of the second period. Again, the Barnesville Trojans are coached by head coach Stuart Brandt, assistant coaches Jeff Titus, Zach Anderson, and Chase Brenner. The DGF Rebels are coached by head coach Davey Kozin. Kozin's assistant coaches, trying to see if they're even listed on here. I don't see them, but I do happen to know them. We got Billy Brazier, Zach Jensen. I believe Todd Fuller may be one of the assistants, and I could be forgetting a few of them, but it could be. Still scoreless here in our second period of our JV match of Trojans versus Rebels. Coach Stuart Brandt of the Barnesville Trojans, a Barnesville wrestling alumni, wrestled college, Jamestown. Is in his second year as head coach of the Barnesville Trojans. Davey Kozin, a DGF alumni wrestler, also a college wrestler, Moorhead State. Not sure how many years he's been the head coach of DGF, but he's been there for quite a while now. I believe he's a 2005 graduate of DGF. So he's got to be coming in on, I bet, 8-9 years of wrestling, of coaching himself. So DGF definitely has a full lineup for the varsity. Barnesville does not, and I forgot to reset the clock, and we're going to end up the period here in about 2 seconds. All right, so that wraps up still our second period. Going to the third period, resetting the clock for 1 minute 3 seconds. DGF is up 1-0 in this match. Gavin Gromish, Colin is his brother, is down 1-0 in this match. I apologize, I lost my camera guys here, so I'm a one-man band right now, but we'll make this work. So again, DGF Rebels up 2-0 on Gavin Gromish for the Barnesville Trojans right now into the final period here. Again, both wrestlers are on their feet, so what we need, looks like got some blood on the mat. Gonna need that cleaned up here. Looks like it is our DGF Rebel that is bleeding. All right. So we'll have to get the bleeding to stop, clean the wrestler up. If his opponent has any blood on him, they'll have to get that cleaned up. We'll need to get the mat cleaned up.
The Trojan Takedown Club supports Barnesville wrestling on all levels. Members serve to go to the wrestling program and are thankful for family, friends, fans, donors, and sponsors that help contribute to any and all fundraising efforts. The Trojan Takedown Club meets at the American Legion Post 153 in Barnesville in the evening of the first Wednesday of the month. For more information, search Facebook for Barnesville Trojan Wrestling.
All right, back we go here. Still 28 seconds left here in the final period of our JV match between Barnesville and DGF. Gavin Gromish needing to get the takedown here with short time, about 15 seconds left to go. And looks like we may have blood time again, so do what we can to get that all stopped here. We'll go to a short break here if we can.
Your family, your friends, our community. At Midwest Bank of Barnesville, these cornerstones of family, friends, and community is the very heart of Midwest Bank. Whether it's help in expanding the family farm, building, remodeling, or purchasing your new home, or supporting our local schools, Midwest Bank is here because you are our family, you are our friends, and this is our community. Midwest Bank, banking your way.
That ends up our final period. Apologize for that with Gavin Gromish coming out short on the match, but good match nonetheless.
From Barnesville, Brock Grable. For DGF, Caleb Kozin.
All right, now for JV, for the DGF Rebels, we have Caleb Kozin. For the Barnesville Trojans, we have Brock Grabo. Kozin with a takedown, 2-0 over Brock Grabo. Caleb Kozin attempting no back points there. One escape for Grabo. Caleb getting in on a shot, single leg. Brock trying to fight off with the scramble, getting in on a belly whizzer, trying to hang on, but they're going to give 2 to Kozin. Taking lead 4-1 over Grabo. Maintaining control. One escape for Grabo, 4-2 now. Kozin up on Grabo. Getting in on a blast double, taking Grabo down now to take the lead of 6-2. Working on the edge of the mat, tying up Grabo's wrists. That'll wrap up our first period. Into the second period we go. Looks like red takes down. DGF goes down. Barnes will be on top. Caution green starting with too much of a deep waist there. Got to keep that bottom hand right on their belly button. You can't wrap it in too tight and too deep. Grabo trying to get him flat with a deep waist. Had a bit of a half, but didn't have the wrist trapped. Kozin doing a good job of trying to get the escape, working to his feet. Grabo staying in on the legs, but if he doesn't make any progress, he's going to get hit for stalling on this if he just stays in on those ankles. And he does. Good call. So now the ref will break it. All right, so Grabo's down at this point 9-2 into our second period here. Kozin getting in deep on that single. Brock just unable to maintain his balance. Two more for the DGF Rebel. Grabo down 11-2 now. Kozin hooking up a tilt. I think he maybe picked up a couple near fall points, but he's still holding the same tilt at this point, I think. Grabo's got to do his best to get those arms back. Ooh, Kozin now running a tough armbar. Grabo quite flexible, but boy, that is getting stretched with short time here to go. And all right, my clock's a little off here, so we'll get that reset. That gives Kozin another bonus points, back points, 14-2. He takes the lead going into the final third period here. Grabo going on top. Get the third period set. And here we go. Grabo down 14-2 into the third period. Starting out on top on Kozin. Trying his deep waist to get him flat. Kozin doing a nice job standing up. Grabo trying to trip. Kozin with a 1-point escape, 15-2. Grabo's down. If Kozin gets a takedown, that will be the end of the match, because it'll put it at a 15-point difference, which gives him the technical fall. Only way to keep going from there if Kozin was to take him down and put him directly to his back, but this will end that period of a technical fall. So good match to a couple young 7th graders. Good to see Brock Grabo with his junior varsity debut. Good match. These guys have been wrestling each other since they've been in kindergarten, so both fun there. So all right, good match, guys. All right, well, we'll see if we get any more JV matches. I sure hope we do. All right, looks like the coaches are going over here to the score table to check in, make sure we got the right guys with who. It's always good to double check. We lost our scoreboard here in the gym. I'm just doing my best to get mine set. Oh, take that back. Apparently, no, there is one more. All right, we got one more JV match. Looks like we got TJ Fuller of the DGF Rebels and Elias Cox of the Barnesville Trojans. All right. Good to get some more matches. Two-point takedown for TJ Fuller, the DGF Rebels. Fuller running a cradle on Cox. Not enough to get any back points. Cox doing his best to try to break that grip, stand up and get out of there. Again, if this was freestyle, there'd be some points there, but this is not freestyle. This is folk style. Fuller running a deep half on there, getting Cox over onto his back. Tough spot to be in. He's got that elbow deep on that half Nelson. Cox doing his best to fight, trying to get off his back. A lot of time left here. And ends the match by a fall for Fuller. Fuller over Cox of the fall. Good match, these young guys. Again, another couple 7th graders. Good to see these guys getting some mat time, getting some experience. That's what it's all about. Looks like this may be the start of our varsity match. So let's see if I can get this clock set here. Get everybody going. First period. All right, 106 pounds. All right, start. And here we go. There we go. 2-point takedown for the DGF Rebel over Asher O'Brien of the Barnesville Trojans.
Come on, Asher.
Not a lot going on right now, but just DGF trying to get some hand control. Asher needs to get a little more movement from the bottom. Trying to stand up here. If he can get hand control and get away. Covering a good distance of the mat. They went from one end to the other, right to the edge. DGF tying those hands up. Working under. One minute, 2 seconds left of our 106-pound match. DGF Rebel up 2-0. Again, I believe this is either Sam Schmitz or Gabe Schmitz of the DGF Rebels. They were listed on their junior varsity lineup. TJ Fuller was the other 106-pounder, but he wrestled on the JV tonight. Looked like DGF ran a bit of a ball and chain there, but nothing. No points for him. Keeping the score still 2-0. All right, that's going to wrap up our first period. Now as the second period we go. All right. Barnesville's going neutral, both up. You notice a lot of times the wrestlers don't pick for themselves. They generally look over to their coaches for a little guidance on that.
Circle.
Two-point takedown for DGF Rebel. And I got to correct myself actually, because it turned out that that last match I thought we were calling off of JV was actually our varsity match. Elias Cox was wrestling 106 pounds for the Barnesville Trojans. TG Fuller was at his 106-pound spot for the DGF Rebel. So we are now at 113 pounds. So it looks like we bumped the Trojans bumped Asher O'Brien up here to wrestle. So this would be Bricker Bakken of the DGF Rebels. It took me a bit because I know a number of these wrestlers from having been around your years. I'm like, I don't think that is one of the Schmitzes I had indicated earlier. So this is Bricker Bakken of the DGF Rebels taking the lead over Asher O'Brien right now, 4-0 in the second period with about 40 seconds left. And out of bounds they go. All right, neither one of these guys slowing up. Really, we're only about just over halfway through this match. Both wrestlers look like they got pretty good gas tanks, and that's good. Both coaches, Coach Kozin of the DGF Rebels and Coach Brandt of the Barnesville Trojans have done a good job of getting these guys ready in shape. They're a month into the program. Again, the first practice was January 4th. Asher Bryan hanging on to that head, going right to his back. 2-point takedown for the DGF Rebel for Bakken. They have some back points there too. Looks like 2 near fall for Bakken. Taking a lead. That's going to be a bonus point round now at this point for the DGF Rebels as we end out the second period. All right, we'll reset that clock again. 2-minute periods. It's Bakken's choice. He chooses neutral. He's got a pretty good lead right now, 8-0, but it's no time for him to coast either. Ricker Bakken, a sophomore for the DGF Rebels. Asher O'Brien, a freshman for the Barnesville Trojans. Bakken with the takedown, putting him up 10-0 over O'Brien of the Trojans. Minute 20 left to go in the final period. Bakken working some deep halves there. He's got that wrist trapped under. He's in good position, but he lets the wrist go. Looks like he had a nice half on 2. That's good for O'Brien. O'Brien trying to create some separation standing up, but Bakken returning right to the mat with 43 seconds left to go here in the final period. Bakken maintaining good control, tying up the wrists, keeping the hips low, making it difficult for Asher to get any room to escape, to create any separation for out of bounds they go, which is good news for O'Brien because he was just in a bad position of getting turned there at that point. Again, 10-0, Bakken is up with about 25 seconds left to go here in the final period. 1-point escape, forgot to mention in there for O'Brien, so it's actually 10-1. 9-point separation, still bonus points for the DGF Rebels at this time. Takedown will be big for the Trojans. Bakken in on a single again. Just getting in on deep on it, but runs out of time. But either way, major decision, 14 points for the DGF Rebels. We'll get the team scores updated here too in just a moment. So that'll put four bonus points plus the 6 from earlier from the pin. We'll get that updated for you all here. Resetting back to the first period for, again, the Trojans. We're going to have some opens here, so DGF is going to walk away with some points. It's just the way it is. And I'm not even going to attempt to keep up with that until we get all caught up here. Actually, I guess there was just one open point at that point, so this puts us at 126 pounds. And here we go. Aiden Hauk with a nice takedown. Well, technically he doesn't have control yet. Got a little too high or too far over on him. Just got to readjust. We got a good scramble here, that's for sure. And potentially dangerous. They're going to stop it with nobody in control. They're going to restart both wrestlers back on their feet with 1:48 seconds to go here. And to update the team score from that forfeit, DGF Rebels are up 16-0 over the Barnesville Trojans. Aiden Hauk getting in on a double leg, just driving his opponent over there. 2-point takedown for Aiden Hauk. Right now running a crossface. Reaching under here. Not sure what he's trying to get. Looks like a bit of a butcher. Nope. Keeping in that crossface. Looked like he was maybe going to hop over for a crossface cradle. Getting on the edge of the mat. Got to know where you're at. He's going to try to bring him back in. Ref will give him some time. Letting him wrestle on the edge here. He's been pretty consistent about that all night. Again, running that crossface. He's got that tight and deep. Now the question is, what do you want to do with it? You got a bunch of options. Out of bounds we go with 48 seconds left to go in the first period. Hauk is up 2-0. I believe this is Roy Rude of the DGF Rebels. 126-pounder, 8th grader. Hauk running a bit of a butcher there. So where you kind of double up on that crossface, getting that other arm under, and you just keep walking the head. Eventually the opponent just kind of starts to collapse, but if they dig deep, they can fight it off. Gets to be kind of a match of horsepower at that point. Aiden with a nice tilt, going to get some back points out of this. Less than 20 seconds left to go here in the first period. Going to get at least 2, I believe, out of that, and 2 he does, increasing his lead 4-0 over Rude of the DGF Rebels. And another tilt. Can he get him in a short time? And he does. How many does he get out of it? Did he get that? Enough for 2. All right, that'll move us into the second period. Here we go, resetting the clock for 2 more minutes. DGF's choice. DGF, what are they going to do? Going to choose up. They'll put Aiden Hauk in the down position. Rude taking his position on top. Rude definitely wrestles tough on top. We saw him in that last match with the Crookston Pirates. Oh boy, he's coming around hard on Aiden Hauk. Going to just try some horsepower. Rude definitely a very physical wrestler. Watching him wrestle over the years in that last match, Aiden Hauk is a very physical wrestler. Good athlete himself. Not going to have none of that. But again, it's fun seeing these guys trying some different options out here. Just good all-around wrestling. This is what everybody here wants to see, and hopefully you all home or wherever you're watching from. Appreciate you all tuning in. Aiden Hauk getting in on a fireman's carry. Getting the dump. Rude not backing out of it. Hauk can swim his arm out. Keeps that in. That could be tough for Rude, but that's good. That'll give Aiden Hauk so he had the 1-point escape plus the 2 takedowns, so that puts him ahead right now at this time, 9-0 with 1 minute left to go in the second period. Again, no time to close because Trojans need all the points that they can get with all their opens. Hauk looking like he's setting up another tilt here again. Can he get it? He's got in deep, but he's going to have to get some. He's got to block the knee a little more before he really gets that rolling. The tilt really isn't all about just strength and horsepower. It really comes down to good technique too. I mean, it's no doubt it's a combination of everything. Looks like Rude is maybe setting up for a bit of a Granby, but Hauk had his legs blocked there, so stopping that here. Short time left to go in the second period. Going to leave it up to Hauk's choice going into the third period. All right. Hauk going neutral. He is up right now. Wouldn't be surprised if you see Rude trying some type of headlock throw, something like that. Wouldn't surprise me a bit, because when you're down by that much, you sometimes got to go big. Rude kind of getting in on a bit of a single, just couldn't finish. Aiden Hauk blocking that. Again, both wrestlers, fighting for position here. Wrestling is a sport of good position. You get yourself a good position. Aiden with another fireman's carry, working on the dump. He's got that trap, but Rude is not giving up. He's got that locked in there, but if he hangs onto it, it could be tough because Aiden's going to get back points out of it. So 2-point takedown for Hauk plus back points. Again, if he keeps that half in, just keep that elbow deep, wrist deep. Get off to the side if he's got that wrist trap. Two near fall for Hauk. That puts him up at this time 13-0 with just over a minute left here in the final period. Again,
Come on, Ethan.
if you can get at least one more point, that'll put him into a tech foul, giving the Trojans a 5 team points. I know that tilt's coming now. He's ran it a couple times. Coaches, fans, I think that was one of the fans. They're saying, watch that tilt, we know it's coming. That's all right. And crushing in, we can't tell what we're trying to get hooked up here. Maybe a bit of a, well, looks like Rude's just kind of hanging on right now, so it wouldn't surprise me if the ref hits him with a stalling call. And there it is. Oh yeah, that's going to be him some of those back points there. And that will end out our period here with the final score, 16. I think that was 3-point near ball. Either way, it's 5 points for the Barnesville Trojans. We'll get that reset here. All right, that'll move us into the 132-pound match. All right.
And 132 pounds for DGF is Camden Mustachia. And for Barnesville, Hunter Bliley.
Hunter Bliley for the Barnesville Trojans. And let's see, who do we got here for the Rebels? Camden Mustachia. I apologize, I did not get that right, but now we'll get your team score. Oh, apparently we didn't get the near fall, so I've got to take 1 point away from the Barnesville Trojans team score here. I thought we had the near fall on that, so it's actually 16-4. Rebels are up over the Trojans. Again, 2 point takedown, obviously, for the DGF Rebels here, up right now on Hunter Bliley. Boy, he's running that bar tough. Now he's got a bar with a half hook up. Definitely got the arm bar in there tight, going to trap the wrist. Hunter doing his best to get his arms back. Running that elbow and that arm bar. Hunter strong and flexible. Got to watch it there. That was almost, that should have been probably called potentially dangerous at that point when you start getting the arm bar with that half ran like that. But it happened pretty quick. They adjusted. It's okay. All right, 1 point escape for Hunter Bliley of the Barnesville Trojans, bringing the score of this match 2-1 right now. Bliley still down.
Circle.
There you go. Hunter's fighting him off, but losing the balance. Rebel just kind of, well, tipped him over. Good position by the Rebel. Can't take anything away from there. So giving DGF Rebel 2 points, putting him up 4-1 over Hunter Bliley of the Barnesville Trojans. That'll wrap up our first period. Second period, here we come. DGF Rebel picks down. That'll put Hunter Bliley on top for the referee's position. DGF Rebel trying to Granby there. Hunter stays with it. Hunter getting his own armbar hooked up. Starting to slip. Getting on a, what we call a bad position there. Ref breaks it for potentially dangerous. Not a penalty or anything like that. It's just sometimes body parts end up in dangerous positions, and the ref recognizes that and stops it before something worse happens. Minute 48 left to go here in our second period. Rebel sitting out into a stand-up. Bliley staying with, going to try to pick him up, return him. Can he do it? A little bit of a scramble there. Bliley doing a nice job of staying with him. And out of bounds we go, back to the middle.
Come on, Hunter.
Hunter doing a nice job of tying up that wrist when the Rebel tries to sit out. Bringing him right back in, working a half. Lively working a half, just not deep enough. The DGF Rebel doing a nice job of fighting that off, but Lively gonna peel that back, running a crossface now. Tying up those hands, doing a good job. Lively running a crossface cradle, looking good. Hopefully he can get it hooked up. Takes a lot of things to come together. A lot of technique and a lot of horsepower, no doubt about it. Not a lot of movement here from DGF Rebel. Wouldn't be surprised me if ref starts hitting him with the stalling here pretty soon, because he's been pretty flat on the bottom here. Just not a lot of movement, and I guess we'll see. Just my own opinion. Hunter with the far knee, trying to bring him back in. Hunter's working pretty good, and just not a lot of movement going from the DGF Rebel. He just kind of does a little sit out every so often and turns under. But Hunter's working. There comes the warning for DGF. Stalling next time he does it. It's a point for Hunter Bliley, the Barnesville Trojans, as we close out our second period. Third period, here we come. All right. So Hunter's in good shape. It's his choice what he wants to go right now. Assistant Coach Zach Anderson told Hunter, go up, you're riding well, let's stay there, let's work him. This kid's DGF Rebel might be gassing out a little bit, I don't know, you're riding him good, he's been one for stalling, keep working him here, so we'll give that a try, see how that works out. But, DGF Rebel takes the escape, 5-1, Bliley's down now. Out of bounds they go with 1:48 left to go here in the final period. Both on her feet. Bliley might be down, but he's definitely not out. Good match between these two. Bliley got a little too flat-footed, give the DGF Rebel a chance to get in deep on that single leg, but Bliley's doing a good job of sprawling, getting his hips heavy low on that other guy's head, pushing it down, but just losing his balance. Got flat-footed for a moment again. The DGF wrestler capitalized on that. 2-point takedown for the Rebel, putting the match at 7-1 right now. Bliley is down. Again, Bliley's fighting hard, though. He is not giving up. He is down, but he's not out. Correction, apparently 9-1. I must have missed something on the score here. 9-2 now with Bliley getting the escape. Just under a minute to go here. This is big, so I tell you what, here's the thing. Is just, Bliley's got a nice double leg takedown. Not a very good shot there. Just really got flat and extended. DGF wrestler just going to sprawl out and take advantage of that, push on his head and get behind, taking the 2-point takedown at that point, putting the DGF Rebel up 11-2 on Bliley. Bliley's going to need something big here at this point. If he could get his base back, get the Rebel out of position, maybe roll him into a body cradle, something like that. But even that, you're probably not going to get the pin. You're just going to get maybe a 5-point reversal with near fall. So again, you're going to need something big here. Really going to need a throw. Now you got to go big. This is where your coach is telling Nick, you got to throw him, go for it, headlock. You got to do something big. And short time to go. And came up short, but a good match nonetheless. Hats off to both these young men. Good wrestling, guys. This is what we like to see. So 4 team points as the DGF Rebel wins that one 11-3. That'll bring 4 points up for the DGF Rebels.
For Barnesville with 138 is Dawson Gray. And for the DGF is Dawson Zutz.
The Trojans are down 20-4 here going into the 138-pound match. For the DGF Rebels, we have Dawson Zutz, a senior for the DGF Rebels. For the Barnesville Trojans, a freshman, Dawson Gregg. 2-point takedown for Zutz, letting Dawson Gregg go. Match is 2-1. Gregg getting in on a single. Can he finish? Nice sprawl, heavy hips though by the DGF wrestler. He's getting in on a, looked like almost a belly whizzer there. Just good, boy, both these guys pretty quick, good athletes, you can just tell. Two-point takedown by Dawson Gregg. Nice little, just kind of go behind, you know, with the quickness, and I think the Rebel just got out of position, but not saying he did anything wrong, but it's just kind of the way it goes sometimes. So 3-2, Dawson Gregg with the Barnesville Trojans up over Dawson Zutz. I guess it's a match of Dawson versus Dawson. Almost sounds like a loss from Dawson and Dawson. As my cameraman looks at me and just shakes his head. Maintaining good control. Dawson's doing a good job working him, getting him flat, running a deep waist there. Is he tying up the other hand? Got to get him flat. A little bump out on the elbow there, getting him flat, working that crossface. Good to see with short time here left to go in the first period. Can Dawson capitalize out of that? Zutz doing his best to try to create some separation, working on a stand-up here. 5 seconds left. Ending out the first period. Boy, our clock here at the gym has got some issues. At least one of them does, but giving the guys some time to reset that. We'll get ours reset here as we go into the second period with 2 minutes. All right, we go neutral, both up on our feet. Second period, here we go. Dawson Gregg with a bit of a tie-up. Right now they're just fighting for position, jockeying, getting in there. Push-pull on the shoulders. Ooh, Zutz getting what we thought might have been deep, but Gregg with a nice takedown, putting him right to his back. That is tight. He has got that elbow deep. Look at it, so wrapped around, and a fall. A fall for the Barnesville Trojans. That is big as they needed that, giving the Barnesville Trojans 16 points. Putting the Trojans down now, 20-10.
At 145 pounds.
And I believe we're going to have some opens here, so bear with us as we get caught up on all that. 145 pounds was open.
And 152 pounds for DGF is Casey Macheski. Barnesville is open.
152 pounds, Trojans were also open.
And 170 pounds. Excuse me, we jumped one there. And 160 pounds for DGF, Caleb Johnson. Barnesville is open.
160 pounds, the Trojans are also open.
170 pounds for DGF is Logan Johnson.
And 170 pounds, the Trojans are once again open.
And 182 pounds for DGF is Xander Jensen. And for Barnesville, Brady Kroll.
All right, now wrestling at 182 pounds for the DGF Rebels, a senior Xander Jensen, and for the Barnesville Trojans, a senior Brady Kroll. A couple very good wrestlers here on both teams. This will be a good match. Jensen with a little bit of a drag there.
Circle.
I'll be the first one to say it. You just do not see a lot of arm drags in high school wrestling, which is really too bad. Kroll reaching in with a little sweep there for that single. Doesn't quite get it. And end up on the head. Jensen locking up, not going to let him have it. So under 30 seconds left here in the first period, scoreless between the 282-pounders. Kroll wanting a headlock maybe, but out of bounds they go. With 13 seconds left here in the first period, both wrestlers back to the middle to go, scoreless. I gotta admit, it's been a while since I think I've seen Brady Kroll actually go for a headlock, but all right, second period. Still scoreless. Barnesville's choice. Barnesville chooses down for the start of the second period in the referee's position. Jensen running off the side, Kroll with a stand-up. Jensen just lets him go, giving the first point of the match. Now why is that important? Well, let's say this match goes pretty much scoreless, or ends up in a tie. And then it goes a tie, let's say in overtime. Well, that depends on a lot of who gets what choice also. Brady with a bit of a lateral drop, but it was kind of sloppy and nothing to give as they went out of bounds. A minute 28 seconds left to go here in the second period. Looks like we might have some blood there, so all right.
Dean's Bulk Service is your convenient stop on the way to the lake. Whether you're looking for snacks, drinks, fresh rolls, bait, ice, or a clean restroom, you are able to find it all inside our friendly facilities. The Barnesville and Save and Sea stores are proud to fly the Arco gasoline brand. Dean's Bulk Service also celebrates 50 years of great service of propane, fuel, oil, and lubricants. We are always ready to deliver. Dean's Bulk Service is a proud supporter of Trojan athletics and wishes the Barnesville Trojans the best of luck in this game and every game this sports season.
All right, just got to give a shout out to all our sponsors tonight to help make this broadcast free and possible, to Dean's Bulk Service of Barnesville, Midwest Bank of Barnesville, and to the Trojan Takedown Club. We appreciate the support to help bring this broadcast to you guys, so you can check this out at home. Obviously, we're living in interesting times, so just to have the opportunity to see some of this is really wonderful. So again, thank you to our sponsors. Be sure to give them some support. All right, minute 12 left to go. Brady Kroll still up 1-0. Both wrestlers remain in the neutral position here.
Off the post, up and go.
2-point takedown. Brady Kroll getting the takedown.
Step the leg.
My clock is a little behind here. I apologize. About 25 seconds left to go in the second period here. Brady Kroll up 3-0 over Jensen of the DGF Rebels. Kroll working. Good chance you're probably going to see a cradle coming from Brady Kroll here. 5 seconds left to go. All right, that'll wrap up our second period. Third period, here we come. Kroll working, trying to bring those wrists under, trying to open something up, whether it's an arm bar, Again, good chance it's probably going to be a cradle. Runs a really nice crossface cradle. One of the better ones that I've seen. Not a lot from DGF right now, so he is warned for stalling just now. As I started to say that, he gets warned for stalling. I believe that is his first one. Next one will be a point. Again, with 1:12 left to go here in the final period.
Come on, Brady.
Brady trying his best. Trying to get those arms opened up. He's trying to get something opened up, working the wrists. Taking the ankles out, trying to open something up. Trying to get the arm pinned behind him. DGF doing a good job of just keeping those wrists trapped under.
Come on. We ain't done that. 3/4.
And short time left to go. Kroll up 3-0. That's a stop the match for another warning for the stalling. That's going to be one. Oh.
Bottom guy's got to go too.
Apparently it was a stalling for against the Barnesville Trojans here. So I did not see that coming, but that is what it is. That's going to close out our 182-pound match between Brady Kroll for the Trojans and Xander Jensen for the DGF Rebels. Bring us into a 195-pound match.
And 195 for DGF is Preston Johnson. Barnesville is open.
And Barnesville is open.
And 220 pounds for DGF is Victor Sosa. For Barnesville, Jordan Kroll.
All right. Bring us into the 220-pound match for the Barnesville Trojans. Jordan Kroll for the DGF Rebels. They're calling him Jordan. All right. I apologize. I missed who our 220-pounder was for DGF. But for the Barnesville Trojans, it is Jordan Kroll. I believe for the DGF Rebels, it's going to be a sophomore, Victor Sosa, for the DGF Rebels. And again, for the Barnesville Trojans, it's Jordan Kroll, also a sophomore. Again, my clock is behind here. We're about 49 seconds. Got about 49 seconds left to go here in the period. Kroll getting in on a single leg. Coming up, can he switch to a double? If he switches to a double, he'll dump him. But DGF is doing a good job of getting behind and gets the 2-point takedown there. Kroll leaving his arms exposed, getting turned into like a butcher, put onto his back. Kroll fighting hard to get off. Sosa modifying into a headlock and winning by fall, giving the DGF Rebels another 6 points. This will put us into the heavyweight match.
At 285 pounds for DGF is Blake Coda. For For Barnesville, Tim Wells.
All right, so now for the DGF Rebels at heavyweight, we have a senior, Blake Cota. For the Barnesville Trojans, a sophomore, Tim Wells. DGF Rebels take the lead 56-13 over the Barnesville Trojans. Tim getting on a single with a snap from the heavyweight of DGF Rebels, but the DGF Rebels take the takedown, taking a lead of two points over Tim Wells of the Barnesville Trojans. Tim Wells setting up a roll, and he gets it. Can he hold it? Gets the reversal. 2. Don't think he had enough to get back points. 1 escape for the DGF Rebel. Little excitement there. Both heavyweights fighting for position here. Working their inside ties. Everybody's got their own tie and they want to get comfortable with it. And I can tell you, your opponent is not going to accommodate you to let you have your tie. Sometimes it just works up. Your tie and their tie might just kind of be the same and it just kind of feels right. But again, when they don't, you see them jockeying for position like this, like a couple bulls locking horns just trying to get in there. Now, earlier, the heavyweight for DGF, he does a nice snap. You just look how he snapped Timmy down. But Timmy does a nice job of capitalizing off that, getting in on a single. But that'll end the period with the DGF heavyweight ahead 3-2. All right, second period, here we come. Barnesville's choice for the second period. Barnesville goes neutral. Both up. Here we go. Second period. Cota for the Rebels. Wells for the Trojans. Tim getting in them deep. Can he finish it? Not as deep as I thought, but oh, got in there. Sat for a little too long. Got bad position. DGF heavyweight capitalizing off that and ending by a fall. Those things happen. Those things happen. Wrestling is a sport of position, and if you get in just not the right position, your opponent can capitalize that. You get put on the back, your back, both shoulders touching. Again, that's just kind of the way it goes. So again, thank you everybody for tuning in. Just again, want to give a shout out to our sponsors, to the Dean's Bulk Service of Barnesville, Midwest Bank of Barnesville, and to the Trojan Takedown Club. Oh, it looks like we're going to have a couple more, maybe some JV matches here. So, so stick with us here. We'll hopefully get that going. If we get some more wrestling, why not? This is what we're all here for.
For DGF is Bodie DeBreach.
So again, that's going to end the varsity score of 62 for the DGF Rebels, 13 for the Barnesville Trojans.
There you go.
I believe for the DGF Rebels, it's a freshman, Bodie DeVries, if I'm not mistaken, which I very much could be, and if I am, I apologize. For the Barnesville Trojans, a 7th grade Cameron Halverson. Boy, a good scramble for both those guys getting in on that. Looked like the Rebel was going to come out with it, but Halverson just fought back to take that takedown. So Halverson is up right now, 2-0. Again, working his opponent flat, tying up those arms. Looks like he might be trying to get an arm bar in there. Getting into position, doesn't fully have it yet. Works the arm from the one side, ties up the wrist from the other. If you can get that in there, it'll help him get turned. So from the left side, you can see he's got that arm kind of tucked under there. That's what he's going for, an arm bar. For the other side, he's working a half Nelson here. Doing a good job stand behind the hips there, Halverson is. All right. It's going to end our first period here. All right, so again, JV matches are 1 minute 30 seconds. Get that reset here. Halverson is up 3-1 with an escape. 3-0. Oh. Anytime you see your opponent start to mess with their headgear, that's your opportunity to take that shot. Halverson getting in, just not finishing. He had good position, did a nice job of keeping his head up, getting in on that head. Oh. A nice chin lock on there if he came around and got the other knee. There you go, getting in on that single, coming around. Come up behind the waist, they're going to get you 2 points. Cameron Halverson taking the lead of 5-0 over the DGF Rebel. Less than 40 seconds left to go here in the second period. Halverson again working that half Nelson. Notice how his opponent just can't even get his hips up. Cameron's keeping his weight on him, hip to hip. That's key. Makes it harder for your opponent to get up. He's just in good position. As I said it a few times before, this broadcast, wrestling is a sport of position. So doing a nice job there, tying that up, getting the wrist sucked under. He's got 2 wrists there, pulling one out to the side. Gonna slip the other one up into maybe a half, and that'll close out our second period. Third period, here we come. Start of the third period, both wrestles go in the neutral position. From that first head tap, Halverson was still, I think he got poked in the eye. He was still messing with his eye, but he still went in after the shot. Got in there, but DGF doing a good job of sprawling and fighting out of there, pushing on the head. Cameron's going to suck it up. He's going to turn his head to keep his head up. If he can keep his head up and get around there, that's going to, and the wrestler's out of bounds with nobody gaining control. Back to the middle we go with 1 minute 5 seconds left. All right. Halverson with a bit of a tie-up, snapping the head down, working on his toes. DGF doing a good job of fighting, staying in position himself, but going in after a double, but keeping the head down, which is good for Halverson. He stuffs it, gets the go behind for a 2-point for a takedown. Halverson taking the lead 7-0 over the DGF Rebel. Halverson again doing a nice job trying to get those hands tied up, putting pressure on the head. A lot of pressure on the head. DGF trying to square out, putting his leg to the outside, doesn't want to get turned. Doing what he can to not get exposed, not get turned. Getting some separation, getting some stand up. Cameron Halverson returning him to the mat. He's got good position. He's kind of got that one, his back left leg kind of over the DGF wrestler's leg. Anytime that Rebel starts to stand up, he can take him down, but just too much there. The Rebel got away, giving a 1-point escape. Halverson still up 7-1 here in the final period, and that ends our final period. All right, good match for these JV wrestlers. Some good wrestling tonight. I do not know if there's going to be others. It's kind of looking like it's not the way everybody's getting up here, but again, just like to say a big thank you to our sponsors, Midwest Bank of Barnesville, Dean's Bulk, Service of Barnesville, and the Trojan Takedown Club to help make this broadcast possible. Thank you for everybody for listening. If you're traveling tonight, be safe, stay warm. Make sure you got your winter travel survival kits. Take care. Until next time.
The proceeding has been a presentation of the Magnitude Sports Media Network. Follow us on Twitter, Facebook, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and to order a DVD copy of this broadcast, simply visit msportsnet.com/DVD.